Hi guys and welcome to prediction week 15. We're in midweek action. We've got some really strange kickoff times this midweek. We start with tonight, which is 7:30, Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. This could be quite an interesting game. As I said in the previous video, you never know what kind of Crystal Palace you're going to get. I suppose the same could be said for Bournemouth as well. Actually, they sometimes have some crazy results as well. And we do usually get some strange results as well in midweek action. For this one, I'm going to keep it tight, but I'm going to give it to Palace because they're the home side. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 2, Bournemouth 1. The other game tonight is 8:15, really weird kickoff, is Burnley versus Manchester City. Again, as I said in the previous video, Manchester City really are not the team that they have been over the last 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, they even drew, no disrespect, but they drew to Newcastle over the weekend. I think it was 2-2 in the end. It's, as I said to you before, it's Liverpool's title now anyway. And again, I don't think Manchester City are going to beat Burnley. Burnley are at home, and I think they're going to give Manchester City a really, really tough test. I don't think Burnley will beat Manchester City, but they will get something out of this game. So I'm going to go Burnley 1, Manchester City 1. On to tomorrow's fixtures. At 7:30, we have Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa have proved that they can keep up with the big leagues. The big teams this season. Very unlucky not to beat Tottenham on the first game of the season. Very unlucky not to get anything against Arsenal. Obviously drawing to Manchester United over the weekend. I think they should have beat Manchester United, to be honest with you. So I suppose, again, Chelsea is another test for Aston Villa, and it's going to be a test for Chelsea as well. I think it's fair to say that Aston Villa are no mugs, and they're not going to be a walk in the park. You're going to have to really work for your victory. Again, I'm going to give it to Chelsea because they're the home side, and I think that they've got more quality than Arsenal and Chelsea at this moment in time. Obviously, Arsenal did beat Aston Villa, but obviously more than Manchester United. Chelsea have got more quality than Manchester United, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 1. 7:30, Leicester versus Watford. I can't see no problems for Leicester in this game. Leicester 3, Watford 1. 7:30 again, Southampton versus Norwich. Again, I don't think Norwich were actually that good against Arsenal. I think again it was just Arsenal just making them look good. For their 2 goals, they just walked straight past our midfield. It's almost like that we didn't even have a midfield, was it? So I can't really give credit for something that you haven't really worked towards. I'm sorry, but I can't. Southampton, they're not having the rubber green at the moment, are they? So for this game, I'm going to go Southampton 0, Norwich 0. Another 7:30, which is Wolves versus West Ham. Again, this could be quite a tricky game. Obviously, West Ham did beat Chelsea on the weekend, but a bit of a different fixture. A different test as well, against Wolves. Wolves aren't going to be as open as Chelsea would be, say for instance. So I'm going to go Wolves 1, West Ham 1. Another 7:30, it's the return of Jose Mourinho at Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Tottenham. I believe Jose will want to send out a message and kind of say fuck you to the Manchester United board. And again, at this moment in time, it's all nice and rosy. At Tottenham at the moment, it's all smiles. We know it's all going to come to an end eventually, but at this moment in time, it is all smiles, and the same can't be said for Manchester United. So I think, as much as it pains me to say as an Arsenal fan, I think Tottenham is going to walk all over Manchester United, and I'm going to go Manchester United 1, Spurs 3, and that really will be a kick in the teeth to Manchester United's board, wouldn't it? And at 8:15, a really, really, really weird kick-off. 8:15 is Liverpool versus Everton. And again, I know it's a derby. I know Everton will probably have a little bit of a fight, but Liverpool are going to be far too strong. So I'm going to go Liverpool 3, Everton 1. On to Thursday night's games, we have Sheffield United versus Newcastle at 7:30. And again, this could be quite a tight, tough game. I'm going to go Sheffield United 1, Newcastle 1. And at 8:15, we have Arsenal versus Brighton. Again, didn't really see too much of a difference in Arsenal, but let's give... let's be fair to Freddie Ljungberg. He did only have 1 training session with them. So he's had a couple of training sessions with them now. He's had more or less a week to work with them come the Thursday evening. So I think you'll see a better Arsenal performance, and hopefully we can kick on and get a good result here and kick on from there, and looking for a new manager as well. So I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Brighton 0. I'm finding it very weird as well, actually, that there's you've got Manchester United, Tottenham tomorrow, and yeah, it is tomorrow. Yeah, Manchester United, Tottenham tomorrow, and Liverpool, Everton tomorrow, and both aren't on the box, not on BT Sport or Sky Sports. I find that really, really, really bizarre. I don't know what's happened there, but not on the box. Yeah, so that was my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I'll see you next week for next week. Well, no, not next week. Sorry, this Friday for the weekend's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.